All your life, for many years, you had dreamed of what role, playing what role, where?
I wanted to be Belle in Beauty and the
Okay.
Beast on Broadway, and had auditioned for it and gotten pretty far multiple times throughout since I was about 16.
That's what you always wanted. All right.
Yes.
So now Joy is in a successful hit television show. You're becoming a household name. And so now who do they want to play Belle on Broadway?
Yep. They gave me a call.
Why don't you tell everyone what you chose?
I went in, I had my audition, and I was offered the part that I had wanted for years of my life. I was ecstatic. I couldn't believe my dream of being on Broadway. It was like my dream was finally going to come true. And I called Les to tell him about it. And he presented to me, quote unquote, an option. Here's what I see. You could go to New York and have a great career, but you haven't really learned how to be a part of a family yet. God is always going to be giving you abundant gifts. I think you could also turn this down and learn, really just come home for the summer and experience what it's like to be a part of a real family. And that'll be character building for you, so that when God brings Broadway back around, you'll have the character development to really know how to handle that kind of career. Because right now, your character development still needs some work, basically. And I turned it down. I did. I thought it was a very noble choice. I thought I was making a sacrifice for God. It was the most gut-wrenching decision, of my life at the time.
And so do you really think that that was a choice?
No, it's not a choice if your entire identity construct and everything that's important to you hangs in the balance.
Yep. He presented it as a choice where there was no choice. And this is the paradox, the catch-22, the double bind that everyone who's in these kinds of toxic, abusive relationships are put through. And then they're gaslighted and told, I gave you a choice. So now it's on Joy. Joy chose this.
That's what you wanted. You
decided damnation or just go on Broadway. I mean, really, there's a choice for you.
You can go to Broadway or you go to hell.
So in order to fit into this relationship, you had to give up the joyness of you, that you loved this. This is your calling. And you had to give that up to stay in the relationship. That right there, that is rule number one of every toxic relationship. In order to stay in the relationship, you have to quit yourself. Join the Dr. Ramani Network today.